It's been a massive week in the world of Microsoft Flight Simulator. With the release of a Sim Update 8 and a platform cloud release, the sim just keeps going places. We've got all that covered, plus all the latest announcements, release news, so let's jump into this week's video. Welcome to another Microsoft Flight Simulator update video. This is where we take a look at all the flight sim news and development in one weekly video. Before we jump into this week's video, I'd like to say that 73% of all viewers, which may be you that watch this channel, are not subscribed. So if you could help us out, that would be much appreciated. Please hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. That way we can tell you when our next video goes live. Kicking off this week's previews, and things are heating up in the world of Just Flight, as in the development, I should say, for the BA-146. Just Flight this week released some new screenshots of the 146 and mentioned that we will see more development updates over the coming days and weeks as the release dawns closer to the BA-146. Just Flight has said that these development updates will include product details, videos, and screenshots. From the looks of it, we should see the BA-46 in our virtual hangars very soon. The Fly the Mad Dog is in the news again this week after confirming the project was in beta last week. The team has now confirmed their release strategy. Initially, the release will be a basic package, and after the release, we will see more expansions of the Mad Dog down the line. The team did mention that the basic package includes a very substantial list of features, so don't be scared by calling it a basic package. It's pretty much going to be the same as the P3D version, with some extra features for the Microsoft Flight Simulator version of the Mad Dog, which will include a new FMS page that will operate the doors, the stairs, and external power. The Mad Dog will be integrated with the Sims ecosystem, and it will work with systems such as jetways and that sort of stuff. A livery manager will also be included with the initial basic package release, along with a cockpit color main panel variation. No confirmed release date just yet by the team, but of course we'll keep you posted with more development updates. The team over Aerodynamics this week have done a small update as they are bringing their highly detailed DC-10 to Microsoft Flight Simulator. Since the last development update, the team mentioned that they have completely overhauled the external model, and also the work on the virtual cabin is still at a basic state, but the team is just starting to work on some of the aircraft systems, and the first one being the electric system. The team did mention the project is a work in progress, and there will need to be some patience as it's going to take some time, bringing a very highly detailed DC-10 to the sim. Kicking off this week's releases, and this one goes to the team over at Microsoft as they released their first famous flyer of the Beechcraft D17 Staggered Wing. Originally this was going to be the Antonov, but it was pushed back, and now we've seen the Microsoft team partner with Coronado on this project to bring it to the sim. The D17 boasts speeds up to 240 miles per hour, cruise speeds around about 210, and it has a range up to 670 miles, and the ceiling around 25,000 above sea level. The D17 is in the aviation community is considered as one of the most gorgeous aircraft ever designed, and often is referred to the Cadillac in the skies. The D17 package comes with 9 classic liveries, and you can pick up your copy directly from the marketplace store in the sim. Moving on to another release, and this one is from the team at Fly Tampa. This week releases Toronto International Airport, or Pearson's International Airport. Pearson's Airport is one of the biggest in Canada with over 50 million passengers each year. Pearson caters for many aircraft with its 5 runways with lengths over 9,000 feet. Only a few features were listed by the team, which is pretty normal, which includes terminal interior, PBR textures, and dynamic lighting, 3D terrain including tunnels and bridges. From the screenshots provided, we should expect to see a very highly detailed version of Pearson's Toronto. If you want to pick up your copy of the airport, you can check out the website from Fly Tampa, or you can check out Orbex store. I'll leave a link in the description below. Of this week's development news, Sim Update 8 was released this week, version 1.23.12.0. The Sim Update was designated as a stability build addressing many bugs and issues that have plagued the sim since launch, or that have arose during other Sim and World updates. Some of the features and highlights that have been included in Sim Update 8: on the stability side of things, we've seen several crashes to desktops have been addressed, performance optimization as per usual, a lower GP usage during sim booting, and they fixed the frame rate drop for DX11 when the simmers have multiple external windows open. When it comes to weather, we've seen a few things upgraded and fixed, which is improvements to the multimeter visibility ingestion into the sim, improves the time that the live weather is downloaded to the sim for a smoother transition, and improved thickness of the overcast clouds. VR has had a lot of improvements when it comes to general usability and enhancements. The list is pretty long, so I won't include that in here, but VR flyers will be very, very happy. Pretty much every aircraft has had a bunch of improvements and fixes. The list is very long on that one, and apart from all the other stability improvements and bug fixes, we did see a few features in this pretty underwhelming sim update 8. The first one is the private match has been added for the Reno Air Races DLC, so you now can host your friends and take them on. New Spotlight event landing challenge has been included, featuring the Citation CJ4 landing at Reno Stead Airport, which we mentioned. Obviously, they've invested a lot of money into the Reno Airport, so they need to keep people coming back. A new marketplace interface has now been included in the map, displaying available airports to improve its discovery, basically so you can buy more stuff. The biggest addition with this update was the first step towards simulating of helicopters in the sim. This was the Propeller Simulation, which has been implemented for 3 aircraft at this stage, being the Cessna 152, the Cessna 208, and the King Air. Prop effects are now included, and we see things as P-factor, feathering, and prop drag, which is all part of stage 1 when it comes to bringing helicopters into the sim. Looks of things, Sim Update 8 has been well received from the community, and we're hoping that this now puts the sim as a very stable platform for all the new content we should see in the next world updates, and more features driven by the team for the next sim updates throughout the year. Moving on to more development news this week, and the franchise announced and are continuing to involve the simulator as they expand ways that the sim can be used for with more types of hardware through Xbox Cloud Gaming. From the 3rd of March, Microsoft Flight Simulator will be available on Xbox One and other supported Xbox Cloud Gaming hardware. Xbox One users now can enjoy flying around the world in a high fidelity 1080p 30 frames per second. Many Xbox users have been asking for access to the sim of the console from the start, and ever since the developers mentioned it was a possibility, and this time they've done it through cloud gaming. Newcomers to the sim are available to enjoy it beyond console, and it's supported on mobile phones, tablets, low-speed PC spec conditions, and through Xbox Cloud Gaming. The great news that multiplayer will be available for these other platforms, so you'll be able to share the same experience we currently do on PC and Xbox Series S and X for all users. This is great news from the Microsoft team, as it brings this awesome sim to aviation to a larger audience, and also to people that can't afford an awesome built PC. They can still enjoy sim and aviation like the rest of us. So well done, Microsoft team. This week, being a release week, we did see another development update, a Q&A from the team. We normally expect an update from Jorg himself on what's next in the sim, but this development update was really around a Q&A, which was really based around questions from the community. Not too much was learned from the questions about what is going to be available for the sim down the line, but here's a couple of things that is worth mentioning. The Xbox Cloud Gaming release has now been confirmed, and this was confirmed as one of the surprise releases of the year. So we actually noticed in the last development Q&A, they said there's going to be about 4 or 5 surprises during the year. This one was one of them. Also, the team did mention that the Dornay aircraft is scheduled to be released is on time, and we should see it with the next world update. It's basically on schedule, and they're just tweaking some of the finer features. The Cessna 172 will be the next aircraft to inherit the new prop effect for the sim, and we will see that in the next sim update. I'll leave a link in the description if you want to catch the whole development Q&A, but like I said, it was a little bit different. We didn't have any showstoppers to say this was coming out. It was pretty much just answering questions and stuff that's been covered over and over, so I didn't really see too much into that. Moving on to this week's development, a blog update, and from the team, we were treated with a new feedback snapshot, and there was no real surprise this week as the current development roadmap has not been updated since February. But we are expecting to see a new roadmap update around about the same time the next world update as it's coming to the finish, and we want to see what the next 3 months do have in store for us. Since the last update, we have seen 18 new airports released in various flight sim markets around the globe. One new aircraft, which I think it's going to be the Coronado D-17 or the Beechcraft aircraft, and 17 sceneries. Most of these will be night lighting packs, and there has been no mission packs released this week. Unfortunately, the marketplace update has been postponed or pushed back for 24 hours, which seems to happen every time they do an update. I guess they're busy releasing stuff. We should expect to see an update after the video goes live of new products entering the marketplace. Got this far in the video, thank you very much. You guys are a bunch of legend aviators, and if you're not subscribed to the channel, just like the 73% of people that do watch the Oz Flight Simulator channel aren't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. That way you know when our next video goes live. I'm going to leave you with another cool Microsoft Flight Simulator video. If you like this one and you're interested of other things when it comes to Microsoft Flight Simulator, hit this video here and I will see you over there.